The film starts in a Chinese elementary school where a doctor is weighing the children for a yearly weight checkup. In today's world, the beauty norm has shifted and fat individuals are more beautiful and appealing than skinny individuals. A doctor says that a boy named Zhen Peng is the heaviest among all the children. For the last 5 years, Zhen Peng has also been the fattest one in their class. The nurses set him as an example and asked the others to eat with dedication and be as fat as him. After school, Zhen Peng's mother comes to pick him up. The parents of other kids compliment his mother for her and Zhen Peng's outstanding weight. One of the mothers is worried for her daughter, Tian Tian, because she is too thin. In this world, no one wants to marry thin people, but Zhen Peng compliments Tian Tian, saying that she is thin and pretty. He is unlike everyone else as he doesn't see fat people as beautiful. On the way home, Zhen Peng says that he wants to shed some pounds as he can't even see his toes when standing. He believes that fatness is unattractive and stupid. The little one says he would prefer to fly like a bird rather than walk like a pig. This angers his mother, who tells him that he is different from all the people in the world. One day at school, Zhen Peng sees some kids bullying Tian Tian for being skinny and ugly. He chases them away, but Tian Tian doesn't appreciate his kindness. She thinks that he is saying pretty sarcastically. When Zhen Peng tells her that she is beautiful, Tian Tian slaps him and leaves. It has been a few years since the incident. The world hasn't changed a bit as being fat is still the beauty standard. The models on the magazine covers, the actors and singers are all fat. However, Zhen Peng has matured into a skinny grown man with a donut shop. He is low on customers because his donuts are not classified according to their calories and are made of healthy fruits. His mother is always concerned about him in the shop, as Zhen Peng is against the norm and doesn't care if people think he is thin. She encourages him to add more sugar to his donuts, but Zhen Peng is determined to create healthy donuts. Zhen Peng's girlfriend Menko is also skinny and thinks she is ugly. She goes to fattening classes where a lady teaches them to eat as unhealthy as possible. They are told that the heavier a woman is, the more space she can take in a man's heart. Menko is sad because she has gained only 0.5 kilograms in 3 months while her classmates have gained 30 kilograms in the same period. To motivate her, the teacher reminds her of the discrimination against thin people in society. She even gives a heartfelt speech on how she wanted to harm herself because she was too skinny. Following the class, Menko and her skinny friend go to a restaurant and attempt to eat as much as they can. But halfway through the meal, Menko gets sick and has to be taken to the hospital. She is visited by Zhen Peng, who tells her that she is pretty, even though she is thin. Menko's day gets worse when the doctor advises her to eat light foods for the next week. After returning home, she complains about not being able to gain weight. When Zhen Peng asks her to drop out of the fattening program because it is making her sick, Menko refuses. In their next fattening class, Menko and her friend are kicked out of the program because they give it a bad reputation. The organizers don't want skinny girls to represent them. The girls retaliate, but the teacher says that there is no chance for them to get fat and pretty. Menko and her friend stroll outside the facility in dismay. Her friend's boyfriend isn't willing to marry her unless she gets fat. She runs in front of a car to kill herself, but is saved by a handsome fat man who stops the car with his bare hands. The man is actually the developer of the fattening program, Simon. He takes Menko's friend home safely, and even asks the lady who just kicked them out to enroll them back in the program. He says the place is designed for skinny women who wish to feel beautiful. The boss is kind and Menko is impressed. When the two are left alone, he apologizes to her for the employee's behavior. Before leaving, he hands her his business card, asking her to call him anytime. After that, Menko meets with Zhen Peng but doesn't pay him any attention and is too engrossed in her cell phone. Zhen Peng thinks that his girlfriend will abandon him once she gains weight, but Menko doesn't listen. The next day is a launch party of the fattening program's next products. Menko's classmates who have enrolled in the program alongside her are on the stage showing their progress while Menko and her friend are serving drinks to the guests. All are waiting for a superstar model Debbie, who is the honorary guest of the launch. Menko comes up to Simon and his friends and gives him a special drink. He introduces her to his friends as a new talent and she will surely gain weight in the next 3 months. But as soon as she leaves, we find out that it was his idea to kick them out of the program. He pretended he was on their side, and he didn't want to be sued when he knew the girls resorted to suicide. The table makes fun of Menko's weight, calling her a bamboo stick. In the following scene, we are introduced to superstar Debbie, who turns out to be Jin Pang's former classmate Tian Tian. She decided to put on weight and become the prettiest version of herself due to her bullies. Now she is a leading model in China and despises Jin Pang for teasing her about her beauty when she was young. She enters the room in a grand fashion, leaving all in awe. Jin Pang, meanwhile, is in the backstage handing out donuts for the party. He decides to wait for Menko until the event is over. Inside, Debbie gives a heartfelt speech on how she was bullied while in school. After the event, Debbie leaves after telling Simon that the donuts were awful. Menko and her friend bid Simon and the others farewell, but the group begs them to stay for a drink. Menko agrees, but she doesn't realize that her boyfriend is waiting for her outside. As the conversation continues, it is evident that Menko is jealous of the other fat girl getting closer to Simon. They take a wager on who can drink more booze. Driven by jealousy, Menko drinks several glasses. The men enjoy the competition and ask them to eat the donuts as well. When Menko starts getting nauseous, one of Simon's friends shoves a donut into her throat. Jin Pang, who has just entered the venue, sees this and pushes the man away from his girlfriend. He argues with them and says that their fattening program is a scam. When he pushes Simon to joke about the situation, things get heated. An angered Simon kicks both of them out of the venue. As they leave, the group makes fun of the couple, saying that they look like a pair of chopsticks. Jin Pang takes Menko to a restaurant to calm her down. She is angry with him for spoiling the only positive thing in her life. She says that she has never found him attractive and was in a relationship with him only because he was skinny like her. As they are leaving, Menko states that they are no longer together. A sad Jin Pang sluggishly makes his way outside, but a metal billboard advertising the fattening program falls on him, knocking him out. The impact causes Jin Pang to go into a coma. His mother is furious with all those who brought her son to the hospital bed and decides to sue the fattening company. Soon, Simon and his employees get a letter from her lawyer. The media finds out about the news and criticizes the company for making faulty billboards that put common people's lives in danger. Since the billboard had Debbie's picture on it, she too gets backlash from the media for supporting such brands. She and her assistant search for a solution to the hate she is receiving on social media and discover that the victim is her elementary school bully, Jin Pang. The following day, Debbie visits the hospital with a bunch of flowers. She greets Jin Pang's mother and introduces herself as Tian Tian. The woman is shocked to see the skinny little girl from elementary school, who has now turned into a beautiful fat woman. Debbie's kindness wins the mother of Jin Pang, and she compliments her figure. Even transfers Jin Pang to the VIP room as an apology for promoting the fattening program. However, when she is alone with her assistant, she admits that she assisted them only in order to be seen as a kind-hearted celebrity in the media. Besides, she wishes that Jin Pang can come to his senses so she can get back at him for the way he treated her in school. The next day, Debbie visits Jin Pang early in the morning. She slaps him in the face and straddles him to get her revenge. However, his impact awakens him, and her plan goes awry. Jin Pang is surprised to see her, but doesn't say so. After he is discharged from the hospital, Debbie starts visiting their donut shop every day to meet his mother. She also agrees to try the donuts until they meet her expectations and will be their brand ambassador. Jin Pang takes her to a private place and asks her why she is being too kind to his family, since she has always disliked him. Debbie tears up and tells him how much he had impacted her childhood. As she yells at him to apologize, she falls unconscious on the ground. The doctor informs Jin Pang that Debbie suffers from a number of health problems due to her size, but she does not want to lose weight. If she continues to overeat, she will most likely get heart disease and die at an early age. Jin Pang is sorry for Debbie and wants to help her, but he doesn't know how. Debbie is concerned about her weight loss of 5 kilograms in a week. She wants to get back to being 90 kilograms before the shooting of her debut film starts. To do that, she takes out a medicine that she has been forbidden to take by the doctor because it is illegal to use to gain weight. Her assistant attempts to dissuade her from taking the medicine, but Debbie does take it. As a side effect, she suffers from very bad rashes on her back. The next day, she goes to a radio show to talk to fans and motivate them to eat more. Jin Pang listens to the program and calls them donut. He shares his opinion on the trend and says that the body size should not be a criterion for determining one's value in society. He also shares that he used to be a fat kid but now is skinny. Knowing that it is him on the phone, Debbie visits his shop later. They have an argument and Debbie gets dizzy in the middle. Jin Pang takes her in and gives her a cup of tea. He calmly explains to her that her health is more important than any kind of beauty contest. As she is leaving, Debbie asks him if she can truly ignore people's words and live her life the way she wants to. Jin Pang says that he has been doing the same since he was a child. He begins to meet her the following day and helps her to eat less by eating everything she eats. Then, the two discuss their love lives after eating. Debbie comes to understand Jin Pang for the first time and begins to like him. One day, Jin Pang's mother informs him that Debbie had to be rushed to the hospital after she overdosed on fattening drugs. Jin Pang is soon rushed to her home, where he learns from her assistant that the news is a hoax, but it has caused a great deal of damage to Debbie's reputation. Later, he finds her crying alone and talks to her. Debbie expresses her feelings to him and feels a lot lighter after talking. Finally, Jin Pang carries her home on his back. The incident has passed. Debbie took a break from modeling and worked on improving her health. She's become skinny and much healthier than a year ago. Her assistant wants her to visit Jin Pang because it is evident that she misses him. Debbie agrees and gets out of her apartment for the first time in a year. She walks to the park bench and sits there by herself. To her surprise, Jin Pang appears out of nowhere, sits beside her. He doesn't seem to recognize her at first, but then hands her a donut and calls her Tian Tian. Debbie is happy that he can still recognize her after all these years. The movie ends as they playfully fight by the lake. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Leave a comment about your favorite movie and we will make it next. Thanks for watching.